You're watching the Evening Social Podcast with me, Fred Toothpic Avery. Episode next.
Tonight's episode is brought to you in part by Jegna Klub TV and Wilson's Pizza and Grill.
This from my pops, California coastlines, living out my real mind. Now it's really showtime. Now it's how I draw a line. From the fake to real, that's how it feels when you multi. But let's not forget all of the giants I want to stunt down. Scared that their positions can't be taken with a new sound.
What's happening, good people? I am First Things First. Don't forget the coach. Then comes Mo.
And I'm Jabrelle, Jenee.
And we welcome you. We're happy to have you here to vibe with us, to play a part in keeping the culture with the Evening Social Podcast. Tonight, our DJ Ben Rich has off, so hopefully he's enjoying himself where he is.
DJ.
Yeah. We are here at the elegant 1739 Gallery, right on the corner of 18th and Walnut, Kansas City, Missouri. The Jegna Club's vision is to build a community of individuals with an entrepreneurial mindset that are economically independent, operating and working in harmony.
The Evening Social Podcast is a platform that provides an opportunity to highlight and introduce different career paths, choices, and pathways for students and their families.
It also helps us mirror to our youth the struggles and obstacles that others have endured on their way to becoming who they are, their pathway to success. Tonight, in our 67th episode, we have another Dot Boy in the house. Yes, sir. We got, a hustler, an entrepreneur, a businessman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have somebody who epitomizes the definition of, from the bottom to the top, got it out the mud.
Now,
you know what I'm saying? That my guy.
Man.
Oh yeah. Hey, my guy, I've been waiting to get this a long time now. You know what I'm saying? Nobody know this story, but I'm gonna tell this story. This been in the making for about 6 months, man. We've been trying to get this together, to get him on here and talk. He never said no. We just had to get the situations together. So I'm excited to get here, man. So this is going to be a little different tonight than anything else than you've seen in our other episodes. We cleared this out because, this is what he said. The realest interview. This is what he said. I'm quoting this word. The realest interview.
Every time we get
So
a
we
Dot
gonna
Boy
get
on
real.
the show,
Man,
y'all
write it in the book. You can put it on Facebook, Instagram.
Put a stamp on. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Sketchy.
Sketchy. Okay. All right. Okay.
Ain't no faking.
Ain't no faking. Hey, listen. We got my guy,
Yeah.
Fred Toothpic Avery, in the house tonight.
K-Town up, man. I'm going to hit him with that old school real. You real K-Town. Yeah, you real K-Town. You know about that real.
Yeah.
Maybe even while you on the porch.
Yeah. Your boy coming out. Okay, you went back. Oh,
Yeah.
That's what you said. You said you don't take us back.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Tonight is about a true, authentic history of KC music. You know what I'm saying? Rap. That's what tonight is about, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm excited about this evening to get this. So still holding to part of the definition of the word Jegna. Jegna means you're not afraid to speak truth to power. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to speak truth to power. Some people say it's the hard conversations, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying it's keeping it real, you know what I'm saying, coming from the heart. So tonight is not about us. This conversation is about those who come before us, those who come after us. We're going to honor those who helped us get here in the pathway, and then we're going to bring up those who's coming behind because we're going to teach them a little something.
Okay.
All right? So we're going to jump right into one of my favorite segments. We're going to jump into this.
Okay.
And then we're going to come
jump
back.
in it.
See, I switched up. I ain't going to ask you that because I got something else we're going to talk about. I'm going to ask you when we come back. So we don't ask you that. You know what I'm saying? She wondering why we didn't get to that, but we coming back. Don't worry, we ain't going to miss that. You know, because she always like, I don't know where to ask you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to ask you whatever.
I just don't
you
want
know.
to be the one.
Well, I mean, forget it. We going to ask this now.
Okay.
If somebody said, what's your profession or career, what would you say?
My profession or career? Man, that is a good question. You know what I mean? I'm just all around. You know, jack of all trades. You know what I mean? I ain't never boxed myself in.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I always just, you know, gonna get to it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? If there's some money in it, I'm gonna find it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I can get to it.
Hey,
So my profession, I profess to get to the money.
Get to the money.
Yeah.
Listen, so, you know, people
get to the
always
money.
been talking,
Put it
and
on
I
the
don't
shirt.
disrespect
Yeah.
none. You know, they say queens get the money, but I be like, no. Dot get to the bag,
Yeah.
get to the paper.
Yeah.
Dot get to the money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. Now, this is the question she don't want to ask, but I ask
Go
it.
ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Are you married?
No, I'm not married.
Okay, she don't be wanting to ask.
I don't wanna ask.
People be needing to know because we also talking to the kids. They need to see people, you know what I'm saying, humanize you and all that.
I don't
All
want
right. Do
nobody
you
to
have
ask me.
kids?
Right. No, I don't.
Okay.
You don't have no
See,
kids,
she,
man.
she don't want to get personal. She don't want to get personal. She don't want nobody asking her personal
Don't
stuff.
ask me
You know
about
what
my
I'm saying?
affairs.
You know. that's when I ain't gonna say nothing. That's when you got them situationships that you just don't want to talk about. All right, now we're into my favorite segment.
Okay.
This segment is icebreaker fun question segment.
Okay.
All right, this is brought to you by Drip Ultra Pure Water.
Yeah, my dude, Dave Jordan.
Dave Jordan in the house, yes sir. All right, so we gonna ask these questions. I just want you to know, just answer them to the best of your ability. We're gonna have fun,
For sure.
laugh out, keep going. You know what I'm saying? Keep moving. So, what can you make that no one, not even you, can see?
What can you make that no one can see? Thoughts. I'll get. You know what I'm saying?
That was a good answer. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that was a good answer.
Yeah.
You know, they tend to say you don't make thoughts, you think.
I'm about to
thoughts.
say, well, what can you make that you can't see?
Well, what you can make that no one, not even you, can see is noise.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know that I would have thought of that.
Man, you done gave me one of these old bubblegum rapping questions.
Hey man, listen, man,
What was that?
you know, hey, listen.
That one off the back of an airhead.
Don't get mad at where I get the questions from.
No, I know, I'm just saying.
The man down the street came up with a good one. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? He stumped you. I was coming around the corner, and I was like, he said, you know what I'm saying? Money for some food. I said, no, you give me a question to ask Toothpic tonight. I'll give you a couple
What
dollars.
can you make that you can't?
He came up with that one, and it stumped you.
He got me.
He said, it's going to stump him.
He did.
I said, okay. I said, if it stump him, I'll be back, and I got another $1 for you.
He on his way
Man.
to the
Now I
top,
got to
baby.
run
Yeah.
back.
He about
on
to
his
get
way
a
to
few
the
dollars.
top, All right. Question number 2. I'm so fragile that if you say my name, you'll break me. What am I?
If you say my name, you break me.
That one is a little mysterious.
Hey, man, y'all done
She
came
said,
from all angles.
she said, I'm so fragile.
So
that if you say my
fragile.
name, you'll break me. Okay.
Hey, you got me on that. I don't know. Y'all done came with the bubble gum. Hey, y'all done came with the deep thoughts.
Snapple cat.
I feel like I need to snap my fingers some instance or something.
No, this one, you need to take this somewhere. It's silence.
Silence.
Uh,
All right, so now I know where y'all come with angle. I know the angle.
Now you know the angle.
Yeah, I know
Now you
the
say you know the angle. Okay. Okay, B, well, let's see where he at on this one. Let's see where he at on this one. All right. What gets sharper the more you use it?
My mind.
There you go. Okay.
Come
All right,
on,
put that
Wanda.
Washington, put
Yeah.
that Washington education to use,
Yeah,
man.
my mind.
Come on, it's your brain, your mind. Okay, I like it. See what I'm saying? Now we in the house. Let's go.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, this is a long ass question. Okay. Sorry. Forgot. Okay. A man was
Now it's a
outside.
long question.
Get in. This what it is.
Now it's a long question. You
So
know what I'm
let me-
saying? In the middle of taping, it's a long question, but you know. Or some people, it's something else.
Listen, the people, they know me. What's up? Okay. A man was outside taking a walk when it started to rain. The man didn't have an umbrella, and he wasn't wearing a hat or a hood. His clothes got soaked, yet not a single hair on his head got wet. How could this be?
Man, am I taking the ACT again?
Man, you got this. You want to read it again?
I'm trying to figure out.
Said a man.
She talking about it's a long question because she went to Washington. I ain't know that's what it was. And he
Gonna let-
talking
you
about
gonna
my
Oh, no, you outnumbered today, bro.
Oh, okay, my bad. It's for the White House.
There's
in
a
here.
lot of
My bad,
Wildcats.
I had to slide. Okay, my
All right,
bad.
say, all right, one more
One
game.
time.
My bad.
One more
Okay.
game.
You know, I got a bulldog right in the corner.
Man, you got to listen.
All
Okay.
right, I've got to listen. Okay, I'm
A man was outside taking a walk when it started to rain. The man didn't have an umbrella, and he wasn't wearing a hat or a hood. His clothes got soaked, yet not a single hair on his head got wet. How could this be?
He put his shirt over his head?
Hey, you know, because listen, that's
Oh.
some good stuff, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we
I
know.
feel you with that.
Ooh, he went
Had a
back.
hoodie on?
He went back to 3rd Street on that. He went to 3rd Street on that. It said it didn't have a hood on.
Oh, he didn't have a hood on.
Said
Yeah, he
that-
put his
that's
shirt
what-
on his head.
put his
did.
shirt over his
Yeah.
head.
Listen,
I mean, that's you know.
listen, that's still valuable.
I mean, that's I mean, you know, that was a good try, good attempt.
You got your Wildcats.
He
in
was
the
bald
audience,
head.
shine
He was
up.
bald head,
Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
There you go. There you go.
There it is. Yeah.
Come on, you got your lifeline in the,
Yeah, they definitely tag teaming. All right, okay, let's go with this one. Let's see. What belongs to you but gets used by everyone else more than you?
Everything else.
It's a kid's show.
This is my guy from Truth. You know, you hear that shout out Vidge, Roger. You know what I'm saying, around the corner. You know,
Man, come
why
on.
you thinking I was just going to put this out there? We starting back up, you know, that Ego Student of the Week award this week where we recognize students, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I love
You know
that.
what I'm saying, from around the district, Wyandotte County. You know, really not just Wyandotte County, but students we started in Wyandotte County and around. So we starting back that up. So I got to send a shout out to my man for that. Now,
All right, bitch.
what belongs to you, you own it,
Yeah.
but gets used by everyone else more than you.
Man, I couldn't tell you.
It's all good.
That was a good one, though.
It's all good.
Which
It's
one?
okay. You know, hey, listen, man.
It's
Listen,
a good one.
ain't nothing wrong with saying. I mean, let's go. Just make sure, T-Money, make sure we get all these on tape.
Where this come from?
Because I definitely want to make sure I play this back. We gonna play this back.
We gonna
Look,
play it all
Wash
back.
House was stumped 4-5 times. Let's put this back. Now this one didn't come from Wheaties.
Okay.
This one came,
So
you know what I'm saying,
personal.
from Bob the Bum again. Bob the Bum is stumping you all night long.
Bob
Bob the Bum said, listen, I want more dollars, I'm home.
Listen.
I said, you can eat, Bob.
Listen.
Stump my man Pick tonight,
Bob-
and I will bring you more dollars.
Listen.
And Bob
Instantly,
put
I was thinking bum bum.
Bob the Bum thinking about the wrong thing.
Bob the Bum was thinking about getting to that money.
He thinking
That's
about
what Bob the
the
Bum
wrong
was thinking about. He was thinking about getting to that money because I said you get a couple more dollars. So he said these the questions. It'll stump you. I said, do you know my dude Toothpic or something? He said, nah. I said,
It's
okay.
a good
He said,
answer to it.
all right. So, what belongs to you but gets used by everyone else more than you is your name.
They hit you hard, B.
Is your name. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You gonna get this
He
one.
done had all the boxes, Cracker Jack boxes, everything. You
Bob
can
the
think
Bum. I hit you with a Bob the Bum.
You gonna get this one. This one is
You know what I'm saying? I
good.
hit you with a Bob the Bum. You know what I'm saying?
This is good.
I hit you with a Bob the Bum.
I have teeth but can't eat. What am I? I mean, you know that.
of. Have teeth but can't eat.
Yeah. Don't do this to me.
I have teeth but can't eat.
Yeah, what got teeth?
Uh huh.
Now you want to help your wash house person now. You want to keep doing the signs and giving them everything else. Good. You sitting over here. They want to help you out now.
Yeah,
Boy, you need help.
He like this. We do. He gonna say 5.
Oh, man. Good.
So pick a cone.
Boy, after you had help from the whole.
First of all, what is this? This is not nothing. Don't try to
tree.
play us like I just fed it to
I mean, my man B got a sign right now. Pick still like, I can't see that.
And that's really what it is because
It's a cone. Okay. Now, we got a couple more of these before we end, but before we do that, we're going to go on a break so we can get to our live. Okay. And then we're going to have this live on our Jegna Klub TV YouTube channel. All right, so we'll be right back with Toothpic.
This episode was brought to you in part by Wilson's Pizza and Grill and Jegna Klub TV. Our Facebook Live broadcast was brought to you in part by New Wall Street. Our musical guests are brought to you in part by Henderson Entertainment. Our live audience giveaways are brought to you in part by The Royals. Our venue partner is the Elegant 1739 Gallery. Our clothing partners are Truth, The Reason, and Brainiac 91. Our beverage partners are Drip Ultra Pure Water and Sweeties Teas.
Hey, we are back with our live session, live with my man Toothpic.
Yeah.
All right, Fred, Toothpick, Avery. Make sure you get the whole name out there.
it's the way you say it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ruh. Ain't that what he said?
Oh, yeah. You got to hit him with that old
With the old school. All right. Yo, so once again, I am first things first. Don't forget the coach. Then comes Mo.
And I'm Jabrelle, Jenee, as
All right.
usual.
And even though he's on, he's off today, can't forget DJ Ben Rich. You know what I'm saying? For being here. Oh, yeah, Ben got a whole vibe going, man, so it's a little different. Pick missed him, too, because he was like, man, you ain't got the vibe going, you ain't got the music, like, get me started. Yeah.
Little,
He normally pull some little tricks out his bag.
It's okay. We getting through it. Hey, so we here, you know what I'm saying, with my man Pick. Our show, Pick, I don't know if you know, it's about a few things. Not just an opportunity to put in front of our community people who are thriving in a professional manner, and then also highlighting our local businesses. Mm-hmm. But it's also to be able to do what we call give oxygen. Now, we're not knocking anybody to give flowers or nothing like that, but we give oxygen. And we give oxygen because we want to be able to do what we think is breathe a little life into you, into our people that are doing things, have done stuff, that have paved the way for others in our community. So it's our way to show a lot of love, man. Just say that, the community recognizes what you mean to us, what you've done. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you, man. A lot of love, and we wish you even more going up. So please join with me to give, Pick some oxygen. All right?
Appreciate it.
So we gonna knock off this last little part of the fun question segment. Just a couple questions, then we're gonna get into something else. Our live audience didn't really get to know, that you've been stumped, by Bob the Bum's questions and everything. But it's okay. I mean, these is hard. Bob the Bum is hungry, and he said he wants to eat.
Right.
Yeah. So, Jabrelle, I'm gonna let you go ahead and go.
You gonna let me do the last one?
Well, I got another one coming, but you go ahead and I got a couple coming.
Okay. All right. First, you throw away my outside and cook the inside. Then you eat my outside and throw away my inside. What am I? Oh. I'm gonna give it to you again.
Go ahead, clear.
First, you throw away my outside and cook the inside.
Yeah.
Then you eat my outside and throw away my inside. Goes deep. What you know?
So first I was gonna say an egg at first.
But you know that ain't bad.
But you said
that was a pretty
you
good
eat
one.
the
That was a
outside
pretty good
and then now throw away the inside. So now you flip it. So
Yeah, it's not an egg. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Huh?
That was a good thought, though. Hey,
Throw away the outside, eat the inside, eat the inside, throw away the outside.
Come on, you got this.
come on, help him out.
Eggs,
Wash house. He ain't got his sign up no more. You see what? Come on, get the sign up, B. Just a minute ago, they was triple teaming everybody.
First of all,
Even
that's
Wash
an
House co-host is over here
First of
telling.
all, because it's an exaggeration, is what
You
it
know.
is. It's what you're doing.
I mean, it's just it's what happened. You know, we can go back and roll the tape. She over here tomorrow.
I ain't gonna
I ain't
lie.
mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
I get. All right. Give me the cheat code. What's the answer?
Okay.
It's corn on the cob. Because you take off the husk first.
Yeah.
Then you cook it. Then you eat it, and you still got the
inside,
the rind or whatever is left.
and then you throw away.
It's childish. I know that.
Yeah.
I know that.
All right.
Okay.
I got two more. I don't know if she got another one. I got two more.
All right.
This one right here. Nah, that might be a little too hard for you. That one might be a little too hard.
You see the picture, Fred?
I see it.
No, I'm just saying. Listen, Bob the Bum gave me
So now
some.
you know you gotta do that one.
He gave me. Okay, I'm gonna come back.
I ain't gonna say that.
I'm gonna come back.
I love people that went to wine.
I'm just listen. I mean, Bob the Bum stumping.
All right. What's the next one?
All right, next question. Yeah, you might get this one. Okay. What coat goes on best when wet?
What coat goes
Yeah,
on
and this is
best?
a PG show.
Yeah, this said
What coat goes on best when wet?
I don't know what a raincoat goes on best.
A raincoat goes on best
We
when
said
it's
when
wet.
wet.
I thought you put that on to stop from getting wet.
Now,
I don't do no surfing and none of that. So what is what one of them
'cause
wetsuits?
I'm
What is
thinking
it?
girl stuff.
No, so a coat of paint.
Oh, because I was thinking nail polish.
A coat of paint.
I was thinking nail polish.
A coat of paint.
Well,
man.
these ain't Blues Clues questions.
Hey, this the thing. If they Blues Clues and you ain't getting them, what's happening?
Hey man, because I'm thinking too deep. That's the whole problem.
Hey, man, that's on you. You know, are you smarter than the fifth grade?
I would have got that.
Are you smarter
I
than the
ain't been in
fifth
fifth
grade?
grade a long time.
Well, we can tell. We can tell. All right. Last question.
All right.
It's the last question. All right. And this question, you know, I'm going to get a little more serious with you on this question, but we still going to have some fun. All right. Earlier, and we get into music now.
Yeah.
You know, so you can relax and rest. You know what I'm saying? He over there gripping the side. He'll tear my man's couch off. All right. So we was talking earlier about some things that happened to come in. Man, tell me about your involvement when the man came down from Mandatory Business Magazine to KC.
Oh, you said my involvement?
Yeah, well, your whole skill, your knowledge of it. I don't
I'm
know
about
if
to say, 'cause I had no
knowledge of
involvement.
it. Well, let me don't say involvement.
Right,
I'm saying
right.
your knowledge of it, the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a debacle.
Oh yeah, with JT, the bigger figure, brought the mandatory business magazine, said he was with Snoop Dogg and everything. I mean, a lot of stories like that done happen in the town, man. Where if you know better, you know you got to do better, and you know that's the problem with a lot of people is that they have a lack of knowledge and you know some people just fall for the first thing or anything that people tell them, you know. So some of the things that was said that was going to happen never happened, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, that's probably, you know, that's on the people as far as, you know what I'm saying, just biting the bait. You know, you see the carrot, you know what I'm saying, it look like it's something good, you know, you can catch it, but you can't all the way get to it, so. Yeah, you got to be quicker than that.
Quick on your feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. So let's talk this. So where were you born?
I was born in Kansas City, Kansas.
Wyandotte County?
Bethany Hospital.
Bethany. Yeah, okay. So let's put that out there. Yeah, some of y'all youngers don't know nothing about that.
You gotta always say the dot. If it's the dot, give it to it.
Well, if you from the dot, you know Bethany is harder to dot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you from there.
Deep in the dot.
All right. So what grade school you go to?
Eugene Ware.
Eugene Ware.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I definitely need you to come on. You know, Eugene Ware is one of our Jegna Klub schools.
Yeah.
So we definitely need you to come back, breakfast and books and read and come, you know, all of that.
Okay.
All right. Where you go to middle school?
Eisenhower.
Eisenhower.
You look like an Eisenhower kid.
Well, see, you know, we was bust.
Yeah, well,
all
I
over
know.
the place.
I know. Y'all from way down there getting bust
Yeah.
all the way out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that y'all was doing that in middle school.
Yeah.
I
I
didn't get buzzed
mean,
out
Well,
to
he
high
was
school.
doing
Shoot, elementary.
He was doing that in elementary.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get buzzed out till high school,
Yeah.
which was tragic for me.
You know, because I didn't live by Eugene Ware.
Nowhere near.
You feel
I
me?
cried.
Yeah, nowhere near that.
Uh-huh.
So before we get to the high school, so where did you live? You say you was getting bused. Where was you getting bused
Oh,
from?
man, I was from 10th Street. You know, I was on 8th Street, 33rd, anything on the north side. I done been there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, 66104. I'll
Yeah.
take
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Or O2.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
O2.
Yeah.
Come on, that's a whole different breed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the town, yeah. That's where it's real at.
I was trying to tell
You gotta be strong.
You was if you
Gotta
was
be
in
strong.
If you was in the 60s, I don't know. We're a little
Yeah,
different.
you gotta be strong.
Yeah. So how you get to 1st through 3rd Street?
So how you get to?
No, not how do you get there. I said how did you get there?
I mean, my relationship with 1st through 3rd came from Mike being Money, you know,
Okay.
keeping it real, you know.
Yeah.
That was their neighborhood. So
Right.
basically just being affiliated with Keeping It Real, you know what I'm saying? They embraced me like they own down there. So that was just one of them things.
Gotcha. We're
Yeah.
going to get back to that. I want to ask that so we
Uh-huh.
can get back to that in a little later.
Yeah.
Conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what high school did you go to?
I went to Washington, man, the Wash House. You already know.
Well, I said, yeah, well, you
You know.
know, we know something. I got to ask
No,
you
I'm
something.
saying, but you know whose
You know what I'm
house.
saying?
It's the Wash
Yeah.
House.
I mean, you know, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. I just want to say this. Now all of a sudden we get past, you know, the tag teaming, writing pictures and letters and helping. Now they want to act like you know and stuff, you know. Okay, but just a minute ago they was talking about, man, you know I didn't pass the ACT, man. You asked me all these questions. You know what I'm saying? That's how I heard it. I don't
He
know
was
if that's
having
what was said.
flashbacks from where the school he went to.
All right. So we in high school. We at Wash House.
Uh-huh.
Man,
Wash house.
that's where it started.
What started?
That's what I was about to say. What started?
That's where the music started. The hustle of the music and going on. Where did it start?
Professionally, it
Okay.
started at Wash House.
Right. Okay.
But I mean, I'm gonna have to say in middle school when I first started rapping.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the beginning. How'd you get into rapping?
Basically, I just always had a love for music. My cousins used to buy all the CDs and tapes from Planet Earth. So I would listen to all his tapes and CDs and, you know, then just start rapping, freestyling. And once I got to middle school, you know, people beating on the lunch table, you know, just rapping, freestyling, doing everything. Then after that, it was kind of, Shoot, I seen Mad Marlin and Brandon Baker. You know, they had their weirdo tapes out. You know, Scanless Kansas compilation. You know, and so that really made me know, like, hey, I can do it too. You know what I'm saying? People from right here that's doing it. So. Yeah, and that Scanless Kansas compilation with Frank Nitty, R.I.P. to Frank Nitty, you know. So that kind of really, that's what made me feel like I could do it.
When you say professionally,
Yeah.
in high school, what you mean by that?
Professionally saying that I actually recorded in a probably, $1 million studio in West End and made a song and put out a tape. You know what I mean? I really had a physical tape out in 10th grade, you know, in 15, you know what I'm saying? Like really copyrighted single.
So, middle school, high school, did you do any sports or any activities or anything?
And I played everything coming up from elementary to middle school, like from football to basketball to soccer. Like I was in everything, you know what I mean? But middle school, I just played basketball. Middle school and high school, just basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, I was good. I was real good. I just stopped. For music.
Okay.
Yeah. What made me stop is when I came to school with them tapes. And I walked out with 500 off of selling tapes. So it was like, hey, y'all can have that basketball. I'm probably ain't going to the league anyway.
So you brought up something. So you said first, you know, professional, boom. So 10th grade, you pressed up your tapes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what was the first song you made?
It was called Do You Want This?
Do You Want This?
Yeah, and performed that everywhere in the city.
Yeah.
You know, every talent show and all of that, you know.
Okay.
And the first talent show was at Washington, my 9th grade year.
Okay.
You know, I what I want to say, like, auditioned for the talent show. What was the teacher name? Lindsay, Mr. Lindsay?
Mr. Lindsay?
Yeah, so.
I was the music teacher.
Music teacher, so he like auditions and everything. So I come with my keyboard because I made the beat. So I come with the keyboard, hook it up. We do the audition. He like, oh man, you know, normally I tell people they gotta wait, but you in. I was like, okay. So now I know we in. I'm a freshman, so you know it was seniors, juniors, and everybody. And shoot, we was freshmen. You know, me and my partner Julius and Brian Floyd. Yup, we did the song. And shoot, after that, everybody was on it.
Shout out B Floyd. I just
yeah.
see you.
Okay.
Yep, so that's where it started.
So 15, sophomore?
That was freshman when I did the song. Sophomore, I actually recorded professionally and came out with the tape. Yeah.
Okay, so first day, let's say this again, because I got to make sure we hear this again.
Yeah.
Because this ain't just a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had a tape.
Yeah.
Not a CD.
Yeah.
Not a tape.
Yeah, it was cassette tape.
Cassette tape.
Cassette tape.
Cassette tape.
This is 1999.
Cassette tape in 99. Cassette tape. You got a cassette tape. You go to school, and you sold them. You sold them for how much?
$3 a tape.
$3 a tape. There's one song on it.
One song.
One song on it. $3 a tape, and you left with how much money again?
My first week was $500.
$500.
Now I had a lot of help though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
My what's that marketing teacher?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Piper. Yeah.
Mr. Piper.
Mr. Piper used to have his class, and before class, he used to have this. It was a store, like he used to sell candy and all of that. Yeah, so people could come before class and buy their candy and everything. So he told me to post up and sell my tapes. So shoot, I done hit half the school up.
Right.
That week selling $3 tape. Yeah, so I was selling them tapes early in the morning.
Wow, sweet. Okay. Good.
They gotta understand that, man. Having something tangible to push, as long as you ain't scared to get out there, man.
Right.
You're gonna have somebody that want it.
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody knew what was on the tape.
Yeah. Well, everybody knew because it was that song
It was
from
that song
the
that you
talent
been
show.
performing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to get to this because, I don't know if you ever remember, we talked a long time ago. We didn't talk a lot about it, but I wanted to get to it because I remember you saying selling the tapes at the store.
Okay, yeah.
I remember you saying that. I didn't know how it got there, but I remember you saying, yo, man, my teacher helped me by selling the tapes at the store. So, go ahead.
Right. No, I was saying that was just at school.
Right, correct. No,
but
I'm saying that.
It progressed.
Right.
Yeah, throughout the city.
Right. But what I'm saying is the value of someone at school putting you in an opportunity to where you can be you and do something positive.
Right.
So now I'm speaking to, because we speak to both the youth, but we also speak to the adults. So now I'm talking to the adults about the example that you said your marketing teacher helped you for the simple fact that he put you in a position of where you could excel.
Yeah.
You had to do it. You had to be there. You had to go.
Did you ask him, or did he come to you with it?
No, he came to me because he seen me. He seen me throughout the hallways, and then he seen people with the tapes and everything, and he like, well, hey, I was a student at the time too, so he like, shoot, just come here in the morning,
Yeah.
We got all this traffic. You don't have to be running up and down the hallways.
Yeah.
Even though I still ran up and down the hallways, but that early morning, that was just a good home base to, get it off. Yeah.
And it was the ability to touch, probably something that you wouldn't have touched.
Right,
So that's a great thing. That's all I'm saying is that as adults, we got to also believe in youth and give youth the opportunity to push their dreams and do their thing. That's
For sure.
That's the part.
He said it changed his perspective, straight up. I'm
Yeah.
gone ball.
Yeah. So, what from that first initial 500, where you go from there? Did you immediately just hear coach, here go my jersey? You know what I'm saying? Hang my shoes up.
Well, I mean, like I said, I played basketball 10th grade, but shoot, by junior year, it was over. Like from the school, went to the local record stores.
Yep.
That's where I met Mike Biamoni at Keepin It Real. So at Keepin It Real, I'm selling my tapes up there, selling them at Wax Factory. Who else back then at the time?
Did you go over town?
Not with the tapes.
Okay.
Not with the tapes. With the single, I stayed strictly in Wyandotte.
Okay.
It was Keepin It Real, Wax Factory. I was selling at what's that? The Indian Springs Real Records was up there back then.
Dang,
Yeah, Indian Springs. Yeah,
Okay.
Real Records. They was selling them. And
He was getting it.
yeah. I'm trying to think at that time if Tough World was still around.
Okay.
Yeah, Hit List for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Monk down there on Quinter. I was selling them at Hit List too. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I said we had multiple locations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They was flying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They was flying.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's the next step? You selling this single. You pushing the single. You said you was performing it. So what's the next step?
So after I'm selling all them singles, like everybody like, hey, where your CD at? Where your album? You know what I'm saying? That's one song. So now I'm taking the money from the single and now I'm buying studio time. Now I'm buying professional beats, to record a CD. You know what I'm saying? So the single come out 10th grade and my album didn't come out till my senior year. So it was a slow process because it was all my money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no backing. You know what I'm saying? It was all me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what happened next with that album by senior year.
Man, stop being so humble, man.
Right. That's what I'm
When we
trying
was
to do.
when we be talking and other times when we had these other conversations, he get to spit and be talking, talk that.
You just saying what happened. I mean, it's still it's a lot after that,
Well, come on, let's get to
we
it,
go to the album, senior year.
So let's get to the album senior year.
So now the album senior year, I come to school. Shoot, the tape done bought cars and studio
okay, so
time.
That's what I'm trying to get to. You ain't want to talk about the cars, the house. You want to talk to
single,
the stuff. The single, but come on, man.
10th grade, I'm riding the bus. 11th grade, I'm in a whip. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Let them know what the entrepreneurship that you did, how it pushed you, propelled you. It didn't just, what I'm saying?
It was a lot of footwork,
Yeah,
I mean,
That's really
but something came with that footwork back then.
Right. So once the album come out, so now I think on my first album I probably had 8 or 9 songs. So now it's 8 or 9 songs, and now everybody want to see, was that just one hit,
right.
or was it, is he really good? So now come from the album, I go to school. I remember the first day I sold like 50 CDs just the first day.
Now we have CDs.
Yeah, now it's $10 a CD versus $3 that tape. I walk out 500 like, hey, this is what I'm about to do. You know what I'm saying? Just from that.
Because you already bought a whip.
Yeah,
I bought studio time from the single.
Just from the single.
From the single.
I sold so many $3 tapes. You know what I'm saying? In them 2 years, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I had people. This is the truth. I'm on 10th Street. I used to have people come after school lined up down my block waiting to get tapes, waiting for me to come home. Like, these is people from other schools now.
Yeah.
Because, I'm at Washington. So I'm at Washington, everybody getting the tape. So now you got people from Slaco. You got people from Wyandotte and Harmon and Sumner.
Yeah.
Hey, we want to tape too. Well, shoot, come meet me on the block. You come through. People, I'm get home. Boom. People lined up, 5, 6 cars. Waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think it was that was pushing it?
All of the people that was doing music around the town that was older than me, that wasn't trying to help. Like,
really?
I would go to people and ask them for beats, and I would hear other people say, "Oh man, I spent $100, $150." Then I go ask them, "Man, give me $350, $400." And I'm like, "Man, you ain't charging such and such that, and so then I just was, ask people, questions, and then, some people didn't have some answers. So I always made my way to find my own way. That's just even like with my tape. When I recorded it, now, you got to find somebody to, manufacture it, to make it. And didn't nobody have no answers. And I ain't gonna never forget the 57th Street Road Dogs. They came out with their first tape. It's on now. And on the back of it, it had this company out of Omaha, Nebraska that said Media Services. So I took that number, wrote it down. I called up there, and they sent me a booklet. Once they sent me the booklet, I turned around and I placed the order. You was supposed to be 18. I lied, said I was 18 and everything. I'm about to get to this money, though. Know. So put they manufactured my first tape. You know what I'm saying? Media Services up Omaha, Nebraska. And they used to do a lot of local people, like I said, Tech 9 and 57th Street Road Dogs. They all used to get their stuff, Veteran Click, all them people, used to get their stuff done through Media Services.
I love the hustle.
Yeah.
And the drive and the determination.
Yeah.
So now you senior, got this CD out.
Right.
All right.
With the whips.
But you also got whips, so now you can move.
Oh man,
You know
Cadillac driving, wheeling and dealing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so where does it go now? You know what I'm saying? Because you got a little push. You kind of got a little bit of knowledge of what happened now. Now you push. So what's the next step?
I mean, the next step is, pushing it through the city, and now from the city, it's like I'm opening up for people, because I'm talking about, I graduated, I was 17, so I'm 17 and my CD is going around the city, so people want me to perform at these clubs. So I'm 17 performing up at Up Club Uptown. You know what I'm saying? What's her name? Miss Norm?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got me talking about, I don't know why they like you so much, but you sit yourself over there with Hobo Tone in the DJ booth till it's time for you to rap. You don't even supposed to be in here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm performing at Club Uptown, Spice Club. Like,
Yeah.
I'm up there. I'm going to Lawrence. I'm at Tremors. You know what I'm saying? Before it was last call.
Back then, that was some high spots.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't 21, so yeah, I'm performing everywhere. And was getting paid. You know what I'm saying? To perform. Yeah. So that's what happened after that CD came out. So now, like I said, we showing them, you know.
Did you ever think it wasn't gonna go? Like when you first recorded your song, I'm about to go ahead and place this order. I'm lying. I gotta put up money to get the order. Did you ever, like in your mind, think this ain't gonna go?
No, because I mean, from day one, 9th grade at that talent show, everybody liked it. You know what I'm saying? So like, just the response that everybody gave me from that talent show let me know that I got something. You know what I mean?
You ain't questioning.
Then show after show, it you know, I never got booed or nothing. So it was like, this is what's it. This is what we doing. Yeah, just gotta keep finding a way. You know what I mean? To keep it going. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna take a quick break to recognize our partnerships real quick, and then we're gonna come back and talk about some of the connections that you made doing this. You know what I'm saying? Then move a little forward. So, real quick, let me talk about tonight's episode is brought to you in part by Wilson's Pizza and Grill, 1801 Quindaro Boulevard in KCK. It's also brought to you by Henderson Entertainment, taking KC artists to the worldwide platform. I got Tone. All right, New Wall Street, an investment education community, and Jenee Klub TV that is out on Roku now. It is out on Roku. All right. Also, our venue partner, the Elegant 1739 Gallery, where they cater to all your event space needs. Now, our brand partnership, Brainiac 91. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's new.
Comfort.
With a little bit of style.
Little bit of style. Get into it. Brainiac 91. Kamisha. Got you over there looking. Kamisha got you been pretty good at that. I don't want to say that. You know, kind of little players hitting. You know, you got the Jordans on it. But you know, okay, you're over there doing something. You know, doing something. All right. Can't forget till you get that little picture. That's that Truth Apparel. See that? Truth. T, hold on, man. I gotta get this too. To that Truth clothing. Here we go on this. Sorry, hey. Get that truth. See that? You know what I'm saying? It's this truth pulpit. But listen, some people just have the truth. But get this. I got more truth. You see what I'm saying?
This dude,
you know what I'm saying? Some people just have the truth. I got more truth. You see what I'm saying? So, Truth Apparel. TruthTheReason.com. You know what I'm saying? Then we can't forget Sleek Vodka, Drip Ultra Pure Water, Sweeties Teas, Heartland 180, Confidence 71,
Brandocious,
Wavy by PLG, and the grocery store. All right? We'll be back right after this. More with Fred Toothpick Avery.
From my pops, California coastlines, living out my real mind. Now it's really showtime. Now it's how I draw a line. From the fake and real, that's how it feels when you multi. But let's not forget all of the giants I want to stunt down. Scared that their positions can't be taken with it.
Now we are back with Fred Toothpick Avery.
building,
in
on
the
the
building.
couch.
Yeah.
Now, we were just talking about that album came
Right.
out your senior year.
Yeah.
You're pushing it. Let's talk about where that album took you. Where did that album take you in the scheme of things with the music industry?
Right. I mean, my first album, it was called It's Real Out Here.
Uh-huh.
And, shoot, that
Yeah,
just
they
kind
up there,
of...
there's roller dirt.
Right.
Yeah, roller dirt. Yeah. Go.
Yeah.
You know, keep moving. I mean, it is what it is. That's how they do down here. 1739.
Right.
You know.
At the gallery.
Yeah.
So I mean, it kind of, like I said, it just took me to, you know, now people taking me serious because it ain't just one song. It was a whole album. Then I seen my partners Julius and his brother Kalen. They was doing their thing. So we ended up connecting like Voltron, and I started a group called Bad News. You know what I mean? So after that, it was time to do the group thing. You know, and we took off.
Good.
And start doing mixtapes. We was dropping mixtapes every week. I dropped a mixtape like every week, all the way up to like volume 5 or 6. Cause I had my own studio by then. We had a studio.
You just
You
skipping
and
over
stuff,
stuff.
and you ain't
I
telling
mean-
us the money from the CD.
I mean,
and
yeah,
put a
from
studio together. You
Yeah.
ain't. See, he was talking all that stuff, B. When we was out, he talking. You know, so I came. You know that music. I'm the youngest who ever done it. You and now you ain't talking.
nah,
Talk to me.
I'm letting you know. Like
Talk.
I said, the first album, It's Real Out Here. I sold a gang of copies. Like I said, from now I'm crossing over the water.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in seventh heaven now. You
Yeah.
know, I'm dealing with
Hey,
Jan,
if you
getting
don't
them
know,
checks
Seventh
cut.
Heaven was
Yeah.
the thing.
Jan in the basement, you
Yeah.
know. After that, got a studio. We opened up a studio. Me and a few other rappers, Mad Marl and some guys from a Southside Posse was in. They used to come over there all the time.
Where was the studio?
It was on 26 and Strong
Okay.
over in the Argentine, right down the street from Mickey Surplus.
Okay.
So we had a building down there, you know, studio plushed out, big old booth, you know, making beats and everything down there. So now I don't have to buy studio time. You feel me? Now we got our own studio. You know what I'm saying? So it's going down.
Yeah.
So that's why I said we was dropping mixtape one every week. Screwed Up mixtape, Bad News, volume 1 through 8. You know what I'm saying? Screwed Up.
Well, I can't tell you nothing.
Yeah, it was going down. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the screw era then. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Everybody chopped and screwed.
Yeah.
You
What's
know?
that? Like 98?
Shoot, I'm going to say
99?
everybody really got screwed up over here about the year 2000.
Yeah. 2000.
2000 to about 2005. 98 it started. People started to get it, but like when people was really coming in buying CDs and they didn't even care about the regular version,
Yeah.
it was about like year 2000.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
My man Tom Henderson in the house.
yeah.
Hey, so now I want to start. I want to talk about where music was taken. When I
Right.
say taking, I'm talking about the relationships you're making now,
Right.
the people that you are meeting and building relationships with, and going like. Let's talk a little bit about that,
I mean, by this
because
time,
you still have a lot of relationships from back
then,
now.
yeah.
So I want to. That's why I want to get to that.
So what my album did, I mean, not even my album, my single. So I was selling so many tapes out of Keepin It Real to where Mike B and Moni would be like, hey, man, shoot, hey, you up here selling your tapes, man, you mind watching the store? We got something to do. So they'd be like, hey, can you watch the store? So I was like, yeah, you know, shoot, I'll watch the store. I'm selling they CDs out of here, and I'm getting to still sell my tapes and make money. So from there, now I'm in a record store like full time. You know, I was hungry. I'm like, I'm in there 7 days a week. Shoot, when they didn't want to be there, hey, let me be there because I get to sell my tapes. So from there, when I drop my album, now I got a home base to where, okay, I don't have to go to the car wash and to all these spots every day, all day. I can just come down here to the CDs, to the record store, and sell them out of here. Because because I know everybody that's coming in here to buy music. Because if you wasn't looking to buy music, you wouldn't come to no record store.
Right.
So now, hey, you coming to buy music, so let me play you something. You know what I'm saying? If you like it, you buy it. You know what I'm saying? I used to tell people like that. They be like, what? I be like, hey, if I play you something, if you like it, you buy it. I didn't tell them it was me first. I just tell them, if you like it, you buy it. So they listen, oh man, I like it. I'm like, oh, boom, you buy it. I'm like, yeah, that's me. So then after that, from there I just started developing a lot of relationships from a lot of artists that used to come in town, because the record labels would call like every week. The A&Rs would call and they would try to see who was hot in Kansas City.
Okay.
Because they was trying to, sign a lot of Kansas City artists. So at the time, it was always Rich the Factor, Tech Nine, and Fat Tone, who was hot. And so from there, they would send artists to come sign autographs. They'll ask me to like hook up like meet and greets, and record label street teams will come by the store and drop off posters and other merchandise, just little giveaway stuff. So I started, start developing a lot of connections with the record labels just off of being in the record store, because a lot of mom and pop record stores wasn't SoundScan. So SoundScan is for people that don't know, like on the back of the CD, everybody CDs have barcodes. So back then, that barcode was registered through SoundScan, and whenever the record store would hit that barcode, that would register as a sale for that artist. So we had so many mom and pop stores in Kansas City, so a lot of the mom and pop stores wasn't SoundScan. We was just selling them. So Seventh Heaven was SoundScan, and so they SoundScan was weighted because a lot of the mom and pop stores didn't have it. So for every CD that you bought out of Seventh Heaven, you was getting 6 scans. And they was giving you 6 scans because they were saying the record stores, the other mom and pop stores didn't have it. So they like, for every one you sell here, we give you 6 scans.
Trying to account for it, okay.
Yeah, so a lot of times the record labels was contacting me trying to get the artists involved in the city because they really wanted us to turn SoundScan, So that was how a lot of relationships got built. A lot of underground relationships got built, because a lot of artists was, we was pushing their music. Like I said, the whole Texas scene, like Swisher House, before they signed.
Yeah.
I used to deal with G-Dash and T Ferris. T Ferris is like Megan Thee Stallion's manager now. I was dealing with him when he was with Mike Jones, Slim Thug, Chameleon, OG Ron C, like all of these. Paul Wall, Beltway 8, all of these people, they would come through Kansas City, and they would come through the record store, and I would always try to pick their brain and just get a relationship, build up my network.
Yep.
Yeah, building a network.
It's so crazy that at an early age you realized that building a network was so valuable.
Right.
The kids learning that now. I think it take a bit to retain it and to understand that everybody that you meet is a possible connection to something you can't even fathom at the moment.
Because it's about what you know, but it's also about who you know too, to open the doors. And like I said, during that time, the Screwed Up movement was taking off so tough, and them guys didn't mind getting on the highway, and they coming to meet you, face to face.
And that's what's up.
Yeah, then from there, the West Coast, they coming down. Artists like the Jacker, your Mac Dre's, Looney Coleon, the Jay Stallings of the world.
Hey, the name.
But that's what I'm saying. Back then, it was, artists like that, the Black Market Records and the AWOL Records, all of these people. Messy Marv, was coming to the town back then. Like, a lot of people, what I'm saying? Everybody had that dream, but they wasn't scared to reach out and meet people face to face. And that's how I got involved with a lot of people.
And you say you still have a number of those connections now.
Yeah, a lot of them people, because I just only didn't deal with the artists.
Right.
I would always try to get cool with the manager, get cool with the producer, get cool with the executive producer, people that was putting out the music. Yeah, because I knew that them people wasn't gonna just be on that level forever. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people that was A&Rs and managers now, they executives at different companies. You know, some people done ventured off and went to movies and films and things. You know, other people have manufacturing like companies that make clothes and merch and things like that. So you know what I'm saying? You just never know where people gonna be in 5, 10, 15, even 20 years, you know?
Yeah.
So just keep them relationships cool and keep them doors open.
Man, you need to come talk to the kids. Like sit and talk to them for
Let's
real.
talk a little history. We're going to name a few people, talk about history in KC, because in this time you're moving, there's other people that you mentioned that were doing things.
Right.
Like you mentioned Veteran Click, you mentioned Road Dogs, you mentioned Tech, you mentioned Rich. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about one on the other side, our side, Wyandotte. Let's talk about Do 7. And what they paid for.
I mean, for me, I'm going to say, like I said, hands-on. Like I said, my first introduction to Kansas City, Kansas rappers was Mad Marlin and the Weirdos.
Yeah.
You know, like I went to school with Brandon Baker, so he was just a grade ahead of me. So when he would show me they tapes and all of this and that, and I'm just like, man, how you do this and how you do that? My partner AK and them, they had a tape. They was called like Double Impact or something. They was off of 9th Street back over there by Fairfax. But who was real influential to me was Frank Nitty, because Frank Nitty was signed to Mike B and Money at the record store at Keepin It Real. So, you know, I would see Frank in the booth, you know, recording his first album, you know. You know what I'm saying? It was messed up that he got killed before his first album even came out. Right. But I seen that. You know, the Lijos of the world was up there at the store. You know, me and Lijo was one-on-one conversations at the store like every day. And, you know, when he did that song with Tech Nine, Now It's On, it was like, dang, bro, that's you? You know what I'm saying? You did that? And so, the Hobo Tones of the world, the Arsenals, which turned to heavyweights, J-Rock and Joker, you know, just a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Like one of the people that helped me out early age that showed me, it was this guy named Mac Arthur. He was like a friend of the family. His family and my family basically like family. We all went to the same church, but he was Arsenal heavyweights and a producer. So as a kid, I'd be in the basement with him while he making beats. So he would show me, you know, that's the first time I seen the drum machine and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with Mac Arthur. So, I can't forget about D-Loc and Dilemma. You know what I'm saying?
And Dilemma.
Man, I mean, it's so many rappers that came across my path, you know, from the town. You know what I mean? But like I said, the Do Sevens, the real records. Man, it's too many to name. Outlaw Josie Wells and them, you know, all of that, you know. Yeah, so.
So what do you think about, you know, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions now. So what do you think about the scene of Kansas City rap now? What do you think about that?
I like the music, but I just think that a lot of people just don't pay attention to detail as far as like the marketing, you know, and promotion. You know what I'm saying? Like people just make a song, they make a video, and that's it. And it's like, it was a whole lot of things that should have happened before you even got to that point, you know?
That's what I was going to say. I was going to commend Mad Marlin for that. He had a strong presence and a strong marketing strategy and brand presence. Like, he had an idea and he stuck to it. He one of the first people that I remember just wholeheartedly like.
And I can't forget Rick Hard. Like, we come from the school of Rick Hard. Like, Rick Hard is like a rapper from Kansas City, Kansas that moved to LA years ago. And Rick Hard just, you know, he been in videos with Snoop Dogg, Master P, and countless movies and stuff like that. But he always just told us to hustle, you know, like we'll go riding with him for, you know, a whole day or two, you know, selling CDs. And it was just that don't care factor. People can only tell you yes or no.
Right.
And the only way you're gonna sell 1,000 CDs if you talk to 10,000 people. You know what I'm saying? You only gonna sell 10,000. You talk to 20,000 people.
Right.
You know, stuff like that. You know what I mean? It was just that, like a machine. You know what I mean? Like, you know, just get to it. Yeah. And I mean, I can't even forget. You know, Tone over there in the background. We got to shout Tone out, man.
Yeah.
Tone, he was part of my journey because he went to Washington High School.
Yeah.
So you outnumbered today, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't even know that.
But what Tone did, Tone was working for LaFace back in the day, right?
Yeah.
So Tone brought artists to school.
Man, they be in there.
So what happened was this: when my single came out, right? I forgot who it was, but somebody like he had brought the Young Bloods,
to their knees.
and it was the other group. What was they called? The other group, Young Bloods, and who was that? Tone?
I remember.
They group had old dude that made the beats, Jim Crow.
Oh yeah.
So he brought them. What's the dude name?
That was all. We were there.
Dude was a super producer.
The Splackavelli dude came.
Splackavelli dude came. Shoot, Usher even came to the school.
Yeah.
So, but when he brought Jim Crow and Young Bloods, I remember I went up there to meet him because somebody played my song in the auditorium while they was there. And dude from Young Bloods was like, man, who is that, man? I'm like, man, that's me. Like, man, that's hard, man. You know, we'll keep going, this, that, and the third. So, you know, stuff like that would, you know, make me be like, oh, man, I got something. These dudes on TV, you know, they on Rap City, the basement. They telling me that it's jamming. So,
basement.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, people like that, like Tone used to bring everybody through, you know, and I ain't gonna lie. Every time he brought somebody too, hey, boy, hear my tape, you know what I'm saying? Hear my CD, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, slide on that. Yeah.
Hey, watch out for what's popping back there.
Yeah. Man, in my prom, Tone had the lead singer from H-Town singing at the prom, man. And, yeah, we was all upset about that. That man came up in
he took all the girls.
Yeah. Man came up in a little strip and get up and take pictures with all man.
Man, so another question, because we said we gonna talk about this history of KC rap, man. You've been laying it down, you've been talking and stuff, telling us about. But another question I want to know is, how do I say this? So, why did you stop, man? I got to know, because you're on a different end of music now.
Right.
Why did you stop as far as the artists and rapping, you putting C? Why did you stop?
The reason why I stopped was because
you was getting to that money, you was selling,
man,
you was hot, you was performing, you was doing all that.
I had an endorsement deal with 100 racks.
Yeah.
You remember the energy drink?
I remember 100 racks.
Yeah, I started getting distribution.
From Messi.
Now, what made me stop was this. I ain't gonna lie to you. All these years, you gotta understand, I'm from 10th grade on up.
Yeah.
So I'm like 15 to about 25, 26, right? I'm selling CDs at $10, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting, you know, 100 CDs is $1,000. You know, $1,000 back then was a little piece of change.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When everybody started undercutting and dropped it down to $5, I said, nah, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hustle 2 times as hard to make the same amount that you was making. You know what I mean? And then from $5, you had your gas station $2 hustlers. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, it came to a point where it seemed like people was just begging. You know what I mean? And it was like, it wasn't as profitable. And as more as I start digging into the music industry, I start realizing that the artist didn't make the most money. You know what I'm saying? He was in front of the camera, he's all on the videos and all that, but he wasn't making the most money.
Right.
And so I started getting into concert promotions. You know what I'm saying? I started linking up with some of the rappers that I would meet from the underground, and you know, we would bring them to Kansas City, and we would set up concerts, and you know, we'll rent out the National Guard Armory. Yeah. National Guard hold 1,000 people. You know what I'm saying? You selling tickets for $20, VIP for $100. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. People would meet and greet the artist. So that money turned into something else. You know, that money was, 2-3 CDs worth of money. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, man, I ain't just gonna sit here wasting my time. And when I would talk to the record labels, they would just let me know that, Kansas City wasn't a top 25 market. And it was like, it was not saying that I was scared of work, because I always worked for what I wanted, but it was so hard to get all these cities, surrounding areas, trying to build up a market of like 10 to 15 cities to really like put you on the radio and things like that. Like it took a lot of money. That's basically what it was. And it was like once they start, people start undercutting for CD sales, like I said, $5, $2, this and that. It wasn't really profitable. You know what I'm saying? And so then it was like, hey,
I get that. You look for, so you was before the curve. You seen the curve jumping, because even now, ain't no record sales, streaming,
right?
Going on. So you was before the curve.
So we go from tapes to CDs, and then when Napster and all that came out, and all the bootlegging and things like that, you fighting off bootleggers. You had bootleggers in your own city,
right?
You know what I'm saying? What was dude's name? I can't think of dude's name, but people,
that was here.
Had to holler at him. He'd be in bunnies in the parking lot.
Yeah.
He'd be in bunnies at the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? With your CDs and everything. So.
Well, that's so funny.
So, with that being said, you jumping in the moving, you're moving around. Well, first let me say, I was gonna let this go, but I ain't gonna let it go.
Yeah.
I got to say it.
Yeah.
Because I believe part of the reason what you just said about not being a major market and that, you know what I'm saying, you got to get up play. I believe that that's due to some leadership that's in certain positions, because if you look at it, we're in the middle of the map. Right. Everything run through here. From the East Coast, from the West Coast, everything run through here. You know what I'm saying? From everything. Even from, we're going to put out there, even the mob ran through here. You see what I'm saying? Everything. So why is that? That's because the leadership. Our radio station leadership don't put nobody on. Don't come to the hood.
I mean, I'm going to say, we used to fight about getting played on the radio, but you got to understand, underground heat came from all of us pushing that.
Underground heat is on that night on the week. That ain't on the radio. We ain't talking about one radio show, because in New York or in other places in markets, they put people on the main radio from the same people, just like in our town.
Right.
So.
I'm gonna be real. I used to have these talks and these arguments all the time, but things get political. That's when you got to realize it's all about money. So I used to talk to Don Proctor at KPRS, like when I used to have my concerts and things. He used to make sure you get on the radio. A lot of things is through the back door. You sponsor this. They gonna look out.
I understand all that, but at the same time, it's also about that person that's in there. Because if that person that's in there not hitting the clubs, not in the streets, not moving around, don't know who's hot, what's up. If you got people that go to other places and they hot and they blowing up other places, then they getting played in our own city. They from here, they go other places, they blow up, and then they get played here.
But I'm gonna say this though, like by me just knowing a lot of artists like that, like Mike Jones and them was like that. Don't get me wrong, they was playing them in Houston, but not like they was in Kansas City and Cleveland, Ohio, and Oklahoma City.
Saying, but they was playing them in Houston.
But I'm saying, you gotta understand. I'm saying they wasn't playing them on the radio. I'm saying you gotta go outside. I mean, but I'm saying a lot
of other artists. And I get you, but don't protect them because they're not putting on people from the city.
If you look at the Bay Area, right? You know what I'm saying? That's like, Kansas City's first cousin, right? Them guys come here to get their love. at home, a lot of them is Little Tony. And then when they come to Kansas City, they Mr. Such and Such, Big Such and Such. You know what I'm saying? So it's always, you know, your hometown gonna be the hardest on you. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not saying that you missing what I'm saying. I get that factor of it.
yeah, but I'm saying that spills over into everything though, because the streets determine what's hot. Okay, so like when I used to have a record store, we'd be in the record store, whatever.
Okay, just tell me this.
Uh-huh.
Name one person at the radio station that put on for me. Just name one.
You said name one person?
Yeah, name one artist at the radio station put on for me. And I'm saying put on, it's like, yo, this is our home, and they put them on. Not that they went somewhere else and was put on, and then they play. Like, just name one person.
Tech Nine.
Tech Nine, he didn't get put on here.
Where did they play Tech Nine first?
Tech Nine was all they was traveling and doing all that. Brother,
you gotta understand, bro. Let's get effed up. Was played on KPRS back in the 90s. Now they went hard to get it on the radio, but that was played on the radio.
Okay, you
got. I'm
gonna give you that.
You got, because you know, I'm the music encyclopedia.
You are. So I'm
you
just
got
saying,
so heavy got rotation. You know what I'm saying? By what's my guy name? Ecstasy.
I come through.
You know what I mean? So it was people that got put on, but the whole deal was this. That's just like even the Popper when I Do came out, right? I remember calling Popper and telling him, I said, hey, boy, you know you on this show. He like, what show you talking about? Murphy Lee on Fire. You know, Murphy Lee, and it was a bunch of other artists from like Universal. They had a show, and they threw Popper on there because they wanted to see Popper perform. We had like one of the worst rainstorm floods ever in Kansas City, and the show didn't happen. But I'm saying KPRS was playing certain artists. The whole deal was it would always seem like it was one artist at a time. You know, it wasn't like 5 artists was getting played during a hot 8 at 8 and this and that. It was always kind of like one artist at a time. So you got Tech Nine and Road Dogg's turn. Then you got Ecstasy's turn. Then you had Popper's turn. And then, you know.
And then you had who's turn?
You said who after that?
Yeah, who after that? And then who playing now?
I mean, hold on. You can't say. I mean, they playing Sleazy World right now. They played
him after.
You had K Stylist.
No, they played him after he went somewhere.
I mean, you had you know K Stylist is from Kansas City too. You know what I'm saying? He was signed to a major.
And they played him after that.
Nah, brother. I'm gonna say this though. We can't put all of it on the radio. You gotta put it.
I put all of it on the radio.
This is
you trying to take it off the radio.
No, but
I'm
this
not
is
putting all on the radio.
This is what
all I'm saying is that certain people in certain positions can do more to make sure that our market is.
But my argument is this: it's the artist.
Okay.
You responsible for getting yourself hot, and you got to get hot in the streets first. People got to be.
100% agree with that.
People got to be playing you up and down Prospect, up and down Quindurl and Parallel first before you think you're going to the radio. Now stay with me.
But people not playing these other artists up and down the street, and they hit the radio.
But hold on. But listen, stay with me. So once we get down from the radio, right? Now you gonna hit the clubs. You in the little hole in the walls. You in the firelights, the 42s, and the juke houses and all that. You building momentum. So now when your momentum is going right, the radio can't help but to play you because guess what? When they at the stoplight at the gas station at the car wash, they playing you. When they go to the club, cause these DJs from the radio DJ in the clubs too. So when people asking you or these other things like that, it's going down.
What DJs at the radio DJing at the club?
What radio station?
What's his name?
What Brian B. Sean and done spent at the club? You got DJs from DJ Nouveau and all these people. Yeah. DJ, you got people. Listen, man. Let me educate you, brother. These people.
Educate you talking about. We gonna get to that and come back because that ain't educated. Because you ain't. These people. Because this radio, we got core DJs that ain't on the radio.
You said you got core DJs.
We got core DJs that been hot, been number one, that ain't never touched the radio, that should be on the radio.
So they're not on 107 now? DJ Duke got a little...
Fresh should have been on the radio.
DJ Fresh on 107?
So we talking about, that's the radio station we talking about?
Bro, they're a hip-hop
I'm
radio
asking you, is
station
that
now.
the radio station we've
They're a
been
hip-hop
talking about?
station now.
That they are now. And what I said is that been the radio station we've been talking about?
No, we only had...
No, just ask me.
We had
Answer
two.
my question.
We had two.
Is that the radio station we've been talking about?
You talking about 103?
You
Okay.
just said 107. I'm saying, because I said
Yeah.
Fresh ain't been on there. He been a hot D, and you said he on 107. I said, is that the radio station?
So DJ Mac is on 103.
Oh man, so you're not gonna answer my question.
No, I'm saying
So
we
you
talking about you saying now, and I'm telling you previously, right? What the radio has done. But what I'm saying is a lot of these artists you can't rely on the radio if you're not doing nothing in the streets, bro.
What we was just talking about is you was talking about DJs from the radio being in the clubs, and I said the real club DJs were not on the radio. And then I mentioned Fresh, and you said he's on 107. And I said, is that the radio station we've been talking about? Because that ain't the radio station we've been talking about.
Now I'm gonna just
Hey, you know that.
Now listen.
Well,
the radio is the radio in Kansas City.
Now you being politically correct.
We not.
And you came here to be the
not.
realist.
What I'm
That's
saying,
not who we was talking about.
But this is what I'm saying. We not gonna put responsibility for somebody else to help you if you ain't helping yourself.
That's
bro.
one thing, but
That's
you
what-
that ain't what we
honestly,
was talking about.
You can't. That doesn't negate the responsibility
we
and
was talking
obligation
about.
to the other party as well.
But when we talking about music, it's called the music what?
Listen to me.
No, I'm just saying, what is it called?
It is called the music industry.
The music business,
Business
right?
too, but that's not what we was talking about.
Everything
So we gonna move
business.
past
Yeah.
because you negating what we was really talking about and what we got to.
Nah,
yes, you
nah,
are.
nah.
You negating what we talking about because you even went from talking about Fresh is on 107, and we ain't been talking about 107 this whole time.
But what I'm saying
talking
is,
about 107.
we ain't
wasn't
gonna
talking about 107. So you're not gonna keep it real.
I'm not
that
gonna,
we wasn't talking about
I'm
107.
not gonna big up 103. I'm not gonna put
I
a
ain't
smear
big up
campaign.
and discrediting them either.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I said was they need to do better with the people in position because they haven't been doing that. That's what I said. What we was talking about was them, and then you went to 107.
But this is what I'm gonna ask you though.
Go ahead.
So
But you still didn't answer my question. So answer my question and then ask me a question.
Answer what question?
Was we talking about 107?
We talking about all the radio
No,
stations.
we wasn't.
We talking about
No, we
103
wasn't.
too.
No, we wasn't. We wasn't talking about them
But
too.
this is what I'm gonna ask you.
No,
this is
we
what I'm gonna ask
wasn't.
you.
So come on, man. You said the realest interview. We was not talking about 107.
Do you know how the radio works?
We was not talking about.
But do you know how the
107.
radio works?
I'm not even answering that question because you
There
ain't
we
keeping it
go.
real on the first part. Cause we wasn't talking about 107.
But we talking about 103.
That's what we was
That's
talking
what I'm
about.
saying. But we said DJs from the club.
And we was still talking about 103. And he ain't been on there, and there's other DJs that's hot in the streets, and they been there, and they ain't been on there. That's the only point we was talking
So
about.
what I'm asking you is this: so you saying a
Now
DJ
you want to
from the club,
You ain't answering the question.
So a DJ from the club.
So you want to keep asking questions without answering questions.
No, I'm saying a DJ from the club.
But I'm saying.
Right.
You want to keep asking questions but not answering
We
questions.
said we was talking about 103. Well,
Okay.
I said that the
Okay.
DJ.
So now we're going to move on.
But this DJ was at 107.
Now we're going to move on.
And he's from Kansas City.
Now we're going to move on.
And let's go to the next question.
Let's go to the next. Let's go to the next. Now we're going to move on. All right. We're going to let that one slide.
Nah, we ain't letting nothing slide.
Yeah, we gonna let that slide.
We ain't putting nothing under. We ain't sweeping it under the rug.
I didn't say sweep on the rug. I'm saying
But-
we letting that slide to later on.
Let-
You're going to have this at Tino's. We gonna finish this
I said, that's
at
what I was about to
We're
say.
gonna finish this at Tino's.
Y'all need to agree to disagree.
Oh, we do. We
We do this all the time.
Yeah, this
our
ain't
thing.
yeah.
In a minute, he gonna. In a minute,
It's
he
the
gonna.
Evening Social Podcast.
In a minute, he gonna bring out this. Everybody will drink something for free. In a minute, we gonna be on that.
No, but low key, that's dope, man. And they really do be drinking anything.
Oh, yeah.
What? It's different every time what's in the cup, right?
I ain't gonna say every time, but what it is that I probably done had at least 20 to 25 different alcohols that people, mysteriously drink.
Oh my God.
Stuff that's hot, stuff that's sweet. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that's side.
Man, he done got me.
You know.
He
Yeah.
got you.
Oh, he done got me.
Yeah.
A few times.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
When you're in the barbershop, you must do. And the
mean,
Right, I'm
barbershop.
gonna come.
But I'm gonna say this
in the
though.
cup.
Think about it. You know, people just being social and everything like that. And, you know, I ask you, hey, you want a shot? And if you being social and it's after hours, it's happy hour and everything, what you gonna say?
Yes.
Yeah, you want a shot. And for one, because why? It's free.
I'm not no more. I learned my lesson, B.
Was it bad?
No, I'm not saying it's bad. Now I learned my lesson. What a shot of what?
See, this is the thing. What happens is this. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Because a lot of time, I just randomly buy something, and I just find somebody to try it on.
Hey, but I love it when he do it. He come through. It's a great thing to do. I love to see him do it. I love to see the posts and all this stuff. Because the truth is, people will drink anything for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. All right, now,
Yeah.
couple things before we get out here.
Mm-hmm.
One, what would you say to art? But nah, forget how far I get there. I gotta tell you, who was the first artist you brought for a concert?
The first artist, man, I'm trying to think, was that? I want to say Chingo Bling. Chingo Bling was a Mexican rapper out of Houston. And I think I brought Chingo. I think Chingo was before Mike Jones.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Chingo was before Mike Jones.
Okay. What's the biggest concert that you promoted that you did?
The biggest
The one that
concert.
did.
The biggest concert back then was it was a Crime Mob and Chameleon.
Okay.
And the story behind that concert, why it always bothered me, is that it was supposed to be Chameleon and Mac Dre. And that was in 2004, right before Mac Dre died. And that's when I had met Mac Dre that summer. Because the concert was probably, just say like September or something like that. So Mac Dre get killed in November. So August, September, I'm trying to book Mac Dre. So I'm calling on the back of the CD, trying to talk to managers, and I find out I was talking to the wrong people. So when I met him at Fast Fred's, and he was like, "Hey, here's my manager number." So when I called dealing with the manager, he was already booked to come to Kansas City. And so, you know, that bothered me. I'd be like, man, I wish he would have did my concert. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was already booked to come to Kansas City.
Now, shoot me with some game for our young artists wanting to come up now from the city. Shoot them some game. They want to be an artist. They coming up. They want to shoot them some game, man.
It's not just music anymore. You know what I mean? Like you everything is on the internet. Everything's about social media. Everything is a visual. You know, so people, you selling yourself. I tell a lot of artists now, like, if you don't have any merch or anything, like, what are you doing it for? Because at the same time, I know you trying to get your music out, but in a lot of cases, music is for free. But studio time ain't free. You know what I'm saying? That video ain't free. So you need something that's gonna make some money. And to me, I say the best way is to come out with some merch, sell the merch so you can promote the music. However people be on social media with, you know, some people do skits and antics or whatever, you know what I mean? You selling yourself more than you selling the music.
Right.
Because it's like being a needle in a haystack. You know what I mean? Like what's gonna make
Differentiate
people?
you.
Yeah, what's gonna make people find you? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta stand out some type of way. So that's my advice to everybody coming up. Don't just be tunnel vision with just trying to sell and promote the music. You know, sell and promote yourself.
Love that.
Merchandise.
Man, you know I'll be talking to you forever. You know what I'm saying? We sit at the barbershop and Tino be through talking about let's go. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't ask you. She was supposed to ask you about Butter Magazine.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I did ask him about Butter Magazine off camera.
Off camera.
Yeah.
Off camera.
Yeah.
She's supposed to ask you about Butter Magazine.
That was my partner LaRon and them, man. They had a local magazine called Butter, and it used to be dope. You know
Hey,
what I'm
I
saying?
don't know about Butter. Butter was dope.
Yeah, Butter was dope. They came out with a calendar back in the day with all their models and stuff. Yeah, they was ahead of their time, man.
Had they little 2-page spread of the models.
They was ahead of their time. You know, shout out to Butter Magazine, Grid Magazine back in the day.
What did you do with Butter?
You said what did I do?
What did you do with Butter
No,
Magazine?
I just used to help him promote it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I gave him, you know, the space at the store, you know, to sell, and I would promote it. But with me promoting it, you know, he used to always, you know, take me to events. Or I bring him to events. We would just, you know, network off each other. You know what I mean?
You did the same with Grid?
I really wasn't that involved with Grid like I was.
That came a little bit later.
Yeah, with Butter, I used to promote them. They used to promote me. You know, they used to put me in their magazine. I used to help them sell it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, shout out to Butter Magazine.
Yeah, that was
We miss y'all.
a KC classic.
Yeah.
So now, as we in, man, you got the attention of the whole world for 20 seconds.
Right.
All right. What do you say? Now, don't tell me what you'll say. T-Money gonna count you down, tell you which camera you're gonna be in. Give the 20 seconds. He gonna count you down, start you, and he gonna count you 20 seconds.
Yeah.
He's standing up pacing, so that means we gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So look at T-Money. He got you.
Yeah.
Attention of the world, 20 seconds. What do you say?
Man, you know, been a pleasure. Fred, Toothpic, Avery, whatever you want to call me. You know, Street Sounds, Music and More. You got the I'm KC store. You got the Grind Council. That's the new thing we doing right now. You know, so you know, look us up on all websites, all social media. You know, the Grind Council, I'm KC store, and more. You know.
All right. I like
Hey,
it.
you
Where
can
you-
get what I'm saying.
I got it up in there. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Where's the Grind Council? Where can you find that? On Instagram?
Yeah, got the Instagram page with Grind Council.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
what is the
That's
Grind?
what I was
the
about
Grind
to say. What's the
Council
Grind
is
Council?
basically a group sports betting. You know, sports
okay.
betting is new in Kansas now. So with the Grind Council, you know, you subscribe, the membership, you get a free, well, I ain't gonna say free, but you get a toothpick for your subscription every day.
A
You get
toothpick.
a toothpick parlay.
Not a toothpick. A
Yeah.
toothpick.
Toothpick.
A toothpick.
Because in my mind, it thinking like,
Nah, you get a
Okay.
toothpick parlay every day.
people
You
been
know
making
what
their
I'm
money on there, huh?
Yeah.
I
That done
think
turned
I
that done
kinda
turned
been
into
seeing
something
that.
serious. You know what I mean?
I've been
Yeah.
seeing that. It's a
Yeah.
little movement going on.
Yeah, so
The
you know,
Grind
you
Council.
look up that. Yeah,
All right. Okay. There we have it. Fred Toothpick Avery.
yeah.
There we have it. All right. Man,
He's so cool.
Fred, man, we appreciate you coming out, man, tonight. We appreciate the opportunity to speak to you, man. Hey, one more time with Pick, man. Let's give him some oxygen for what he done, man. Man, you done a lot, you know what I'm saying, paved the way, you know what I mean, and doing a lot, man. Got a lot of knowledge, a lot of things, you know. We didn't get to talk about it, but I still see the young cats sliding up on you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, trying to get a little something in their ear.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So appreciate everything you're doing. Next week, DJ Ben Rich will be back, but he'll
And
be on
on
the
the
couch,
couch.
too. You see what I'm saying? Be on the couch next week.
He needed a
All
little
right.
break before
So he
we
needs just
hit
a
him
little
with
break.
the,
You know, he had to get
hit him with
get
the
to
1,
it.
2.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, I am Coach Mo.
And I'm Jabrelle Jenee.
Together we are culture keepers. All right? We love you.
We appreciate you.
And we thank you for being here in the Evening Social Podcast. Yeah. Do not forget, we're here at the lovely 1739 Gallery. All right? Take care of all your venue, you know what I'm saying, needs. I got to mention one thing before we get out of here, and I'm going to end it with this. This past weekend, we had the opportunity to go see the KCK Battle of the Bands that was held at your alma mater, Washington High School. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was there. And a couple firsts, man. It was a great time, great experience. Got to highlight all the bands did good. Better, I'm going to keep it real. Did better than I ever seen before.
I already know what you're getting at.
You know what I'm saying? Did better than I ever seen before. You know?
So, you was shocked yourself, huh?
Listen to me. I'm going to say this. I ain't going to lie. I was shocked.
Because you about to say your school, huh? That's what you about to say?
Well, no, I wasn't about to say that, but I'm getting to that.
Yeah, I know it.
I'm getting to that. You know what I'm saying? But what I am going to say is for the first time ever in history, Sumner Academy played an R&B song. Oh. First time ever here. I never heard them play an R&B song. They played an R&B song. Even though it was Poison. You know, it's an old joint. They had an old school joint, but they played an R&B song.
Man, I really don't want to get into that because back in my day when I was in school, Wyandotte joint only had a drum line.
Well, I mean, I understand that. I mean, that's probably true. You know what I'm saying? You know, back in my day when I was in school, Washington didn't even have a drum. But I mean, you know, it's okay. Hey, listen, I'm just saying, I was trying to keep it kosher and he wanted to shoot. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to give everybody some love and he trying to shoot me, B. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm trying to tell him. I'm going to take him to Hot 103 and drop him off at the front door.
I know my way home. Hey. But it was a great experience, man. Every band did really good. You know, it was great to see Mr. Ammons. You know what I'm saying? After everything he's been to, it was great to see him on the sideline with Schlegel commentating. It was great, man. Washington did their thing. Wyandotte did their thing. I ain't gonna lie. I was super impressed. Yeah. They did something they ain't done in a long time.
That's what I heard. They was really good.
I mean, it was good. So everybody did good. And I ain't gonna lie. You know, I took my son and he asked me one question. Because Harmon did good too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But my son asked me one question. He said, Daddy, the director can play an instrument? Because, you know what I'm saying? The band director was playing the drums because the people wasn't there. Yeah. So he was out there playing the drums. But they did good. So I'm saying shout out to KCK.
District 500, man.
District 500 put on a great show this past Saturday with, you know, our Battle of the Bands. It's the first one in a while. And I'm going to say this. I've been to several of them in the last few years. Mm-hmm. This was by far the best one that I've seen. Because everybody participated and it was a great crowd out. Good day.
We got to bring all that back.
We got to.
Yeah. Good job.
I'm shooting at all the alumni. You know what I'm saying? We got to get back into our schools, man. Get back to our gangs, support, you know, the athletes, support the band, support the arts. You know, because I'm going to say, it was down. Mm-hmm. There wasn't as many students. You know, back when we was in school, I'm in school, y'all in school, the band was, you know, getting close to, you know, 80 to 100 people. Yeah. It was that. Yeah. So we got to get back out, support, and, you know what I'm saying, go. And for that to be in our city and to be rocking, it should have been, them stands should have been completely full. Right. And people standing around them gates to support, you know what I'm saying, our community. Right. So I'm reaching out to everybody, man. Y'all, the alumni, man, come back, support your schools. Get back in there, support the sport, support them. They need us. Our youth need us. They really do. They need us to be supported. They need to see us there. They need to go. So that's my little pitch for today. But a great job by all the schools with KCK. All right. Now, don't forget to come back same time. Next week we'll be right here. Appreciate it. Toothpic, man, thank you, man. It's been a long way. It's coming. You know, this is part A. We got to get part B. Yeah, well, this is gonna be part C because part B gonna be at the chop shop. And part C gonna come back. So we love it, you know what I'm saying, to have that back. Hey, I am Coach Mo.
And I'm Jabrelle Jenee.
We out.